What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the One Leg Loser podcast. I'm your boy Bear Down Rick, alongside my brother Jay, the producer. We want to welcome you guys to Week 17. I know we've kind of been on a hiatus. The holidays have came around the way, things have came up, but guys, we're here back for Week 17, and let me tell you, it's been a rough week for me, Jose. What's going on with you, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just enjoying the holidays. Fucking Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Feeling good, feeling lovely. Week 17, man, it's coming out to an end. It's bittersweet. We're getting close to that Super Bowl, but man, it's like almost at the end, and it just sucks. Just sucks. But hey,
It
we
it
make the best of it.
it goes by so fast, right? It just like it starts. Everybody talks about it's a long season and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and
right. Yeah.
and it flies by, man. We're week 17. I know we're gonna go into these games, but yeah, it's been bittersweet. Guys, please stay tuned. There's some more stuff gonna be coming along even on the off season. So you have not seen the last of the One Leg Loser podcast in the off season, right,
No,
Jose?
definitely not.
So
Talk to me,
talk to me,
man.
man. What you sipping on? What you drinking today?
I'm taking a little light, taking a little light, little vodka with some 7 Up, zero sugar. I don't know. I seen it in public today. I was like, let me try that. What the heck? So sipping on
Interesting.
that. I'm jumping on a little earlier today because we're going out to dinner, the wifey and I. So I was
Okay.
like, I'm not gonna push the podcast back again. I'm like, we gotta get this done, and then after that, I'll take care. Date night with the wifey and stuff. But
There
for
you go,
now,
man.
we're talking football, baby. Let's go.
There we go, man. Listen, man, we try to get this. Like I said, we want to stay committed, guys. We want to put out content for you guys. We want to hear from you guys. Please, leave some comments. Give some likes, follows. We want to hear from you guys. Me, I'm just kind of sipping on Polar Springs for medical reasons. Just for purposes. Just drinking, sipping on some water today. Funny enough, speaking about like alcohol and drinks, right? So there's this um, damn tequila I was telling you about, La Llorona. I don't know if I
Oh
mentioned to
yeah,
you,
the
right?
green bottle. Yeah, for
That,
sure,
that
for
was
sure.
that green bottle, right? That I was sipping on about a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
And
I might have to cop that, man. I'm gonna taste that.
listen, crazy enough, right? And I also found some club soda that at the thing. I'll send you a shot of the bottle where it's actually pretty clean club soda because a lot of these drinks they have a lot of shit in it. Regardless, they say 0 calories or whatever. They have a lot of junk in it. But this club soda is actually just like straight up club soda. It's like
Yeah,
no any
tastes
fillers.
like
But anyways,
tastes
the
like ginger.
Llorona, it's good shit. No, it's listen, it's good shit. But the La Llorona, I was reading an article because it said something came up on my Google said so top tequilas of 2024, and I'm like shit. Let me see who's on here. Let me see if what you call it Casamigos is on there, which is probably not. It wasn't. Hell no. But
Definitely not. All those commercial vodkas and tequilas and whiskeys and all that. They don't make the cut, like, cause it's just commercial. It's just for sale. They get
it,
they get the they get a big time celebrity to sell it. People buy it
exactly.
because of that, and that's it. They don't really like go out there and explore like your own and shit. Honestly, I would never done that either. But I don't go for the true like the high end stuff because Snoop Dogg drinks it or whoever the hell.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like you said, it's just a lot of these drinks they get promoted by somebody famous, and then people catch on and stuff like that, and it just becomes like a trend. But nevertheless, I was reading the article, and sure enough, the winner of the 2024 Añejo Tequila of the Year. It's funny because it's called La Llorona, but they translated it in English. Because I had to read it for like a second. I'm like, what would you say the Llorona is in English? I forgot. I had a screenshot of it. I forgot
Cry,
what
cry, cry, baby, cry, girl. I don't know.
something like that. It was something like that. It was like let me see if I can get to it really quick before we move on to these games. But
Hey, while Rick is researching that, guys, always remember if we don't hop on, we might miss a week for whatever personal reasons. Because we definitely trying to be committed. We're trying to be consistent with this and drop twice a week. Always. If you guys looking for plays, any kind of picks, just always look at the socials, especially on TikTok. I'm dropping there. I wouldn't say daily, but when I'm feeling good about something, I'll definitely drop it on there, and on the Instagram page as well, Twitter, all the socials, Facebook. So always, if for some reason we don't hop on, always check those sites out for tickets that we might drop throughout the day.
100%, Jose's right on that. Speaking of that, it's called Tears of Llorona. They call it,
Tears of your
they called it the Tears of Llorona. But yeah, it's actually the I know you guys can't see it, but it's actually 2024 best tequila of the year. So, and funny enough, it's not that expensive. It's actually $38. It's actually cheaper than Casamigos
yeah.
if you look at it. But
Celebrities are pushing that. Just wait till some celebrity catches on to La Llorona. They're gonna be like, it's gonna skyrocket to $50, $60. You know, double in price.
I sure hope not. I mean, I sure hope
Hopefully
not.
not. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Hopefully it doesn't. But listen, man, it's been an interesting week of football. A lot of football was played over the last week. I know we didn't really touch bases on that, but listen, he just put it right there on the bottom there. Snooze Fest in Chicago, man. Jose, I text you. Listen, I gotta go on my little rant here before we begin the day. And I text Jose this morning. I just wanted to crawl under a rock last night, guys. It was that bad. I mean, literally 3 points. Really, is that what we come out with? Last home game of the season. It's just it's a despicable franchise. It's broken. I just am at loss for words.
There was no energy there. I didn't see any energy from the players. I didn't see Caleb just looked frustrated all night long from the first snap. No,
It's
man.
bullshit. Listen, listen, man. It's been a fucking roller coaster of a year, bro. Like you're talking about from your head coach. Well, not only that, they can go even way back from that. Your offensive coordinator gets fired. Your defensive coordinator gets fired last year. The head coach gets fired. The offensive line is in shambles. The guys that you brought in are not producing like they should be. That front office is in question out the way. It is a disaster of a franchise. I mean, you could say you talk about the Jets, man. I mean, listen, I can't really talk much right now because it is that fucking bad. Now, my main question to myself and I ask everybody is again, the scariest part is Caleb the problem? And my answer to that is yes and no. Everybody I think plays a role in what's going on here. But again, listen, man, it's coincidentally enough the kid's gonna finish breaking all rookie quarterback records of the Bears, throwing over 30. He's gonna go 3,800 plus yards. His numbers, if you kind of put him comparing, I'm not saying he is Jaden Daniels, but Jaden Daniels' numbers are not too different than Caleb Williams if you compare numbers to numbers. But I digress. Listen, I just think that the Commanders are just in the thing. But again, I don't know. That's the frustrating part, Jose. It's like
I feel you. Oh man, watching that game, obviously, you know, it was a snooze fest, but I get the sentiment of Bears fans out there that he has no time, 100%. We all saw that shit. Like from the first snap to the very last snap.
Yeah.
The guy
well, the last snap was ridiculous. It was horrendous.
He was just getting pressured up the middle almost instantly every time. I get that, right? I think so you got that issue, right? So Caleb, it's not all on Caleb, right? But I do when he does have time, I feel like he thinks he doesn't have time. His clock is too sped up. You know what I mean? He needs to like just chill, man. Just relax. The pocket is when the pocket is actually there, the pocket is actually there, and trust the pocket, right? Sometimes he'll try to escape out the back door way too soon when they could have maybe been a play out there. Another thing that I'm seeing is that obviously there's no running game. With no line, there's no running game. You know, I don't know if that's on Swift. The play calling, I get the play calling, the screens and the bubble screens and all that because you know they're coming 100 miles an hour at you and they blitz the shit out of you guys last night.
Oh, they were just throwing this kitchen sink at us all night.
They're doing everything. So how do you combat that, right? You just try to get it out quick. So I get that. I don't see separation from your wide receivers. That to me is more concerning than Caleb not having time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see the separation. I mean, Keenan's Keenan, man. He's a slot receiver. He's getting up in age. He's a first down. He's your first down guy.
He's your third down relief valve.
Right. That's what I meant. Boom, boom. 5 yards, first down, automatic first down, right? But like, I'm not seeing Rome Odunze. I know another rookie. I get it. I'm just not seeing the separation. I'm seeing a little bit of disconnect. I don't like how always how overly frustrated Caleb always seems. Now, a lot of people might be like, okay, that's just the competitive in him. But I think to me that just seems like childish is not the word, but just I don't know, like he doesn't know how to handle it quite yet. You know,
He's not. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to hold. I guess again, I'm not saying. I'm just kind of helping you with your words in the sense of
yeah.
he just doesn't know how to control his emotions. Like
I get
you can feel
listen,
frustrated, but not overly expressing it outwardly so people could see you. It's like DJ
right.
Moore. DJ Moore wears his emotions on his sleeve. DJ Moore is like the epitome of my emotions are on my face. Like anything that guy's feeling, you're gonna see it on his face.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Now,
He's the
yes,
force that everyone feeds off of that. You know, when I understand things are not going to go right all the time. You know, yo, you're locked up. Okay, I was about to you froze. I understand things are not going to go right all the time, but people are going to play how you play, how your emotions are. You
yeah,
still upbeat, people going to be upbeat. You down and slumping and got this face on you, like
yeah.
that shit, that energy travels, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you're supposed to be the leader. Like, listen, man, it was a shitty game. Listen, anybody wouldn't have been out there with a shitty face. So I get
Yeah,
it.
listen, it's been a very disappointing season. Nevertheless, um, again, I don't know what's gonna fix it. Again, it's really just a loss for words for everybody that's a Bears fan. I know the guys looking from the outside in. It's just disheartening because there's really you want to point fingers at everybody, fire the GM, fire the owner, fire this, fire that, fire everybody. But then where do you go again? You start from scratch one, and that's where are these
Uh,
franchises. Well,
yeah,
okay,
but no, you guys are not there. You guys, this, bro.
but
Listen, man.
that's what the fan base is calling for. They want like
You guys are the
complete
same,
tear
though.
down, fire everything, and start over. But
Clearly, you're
it's
gonna
like
get a new coach, right? Clearly,
oh
you're
no,
gonna
well
get
yeah, new coach is coming. That's a
obviously,
hundred
right?
percent.
So
That's
now the next
obviously.
step would be the OC. You got to get an OC. I don't know if it's Ben Johnson. I don't know who the hell it is, but you
I
got to get
really don't
an
know.
offensive minded. I mean, they're all offensive minded, but like you got first of all, you got to start with an offensive minded coach.
But what
Because he's
concerns
not.
me about Ben Johnson, though, this is one thing that concerns me about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, again, is in a great situation in Detroit. Mind you, listen, everybody that's talking about how Detroit, listen, you have to remember Detroit's been trashed for 30 plus years. They've literally, not that they got lucky. I mean, listen, at some point, the dog finds the bone. Like,
Yeah.
you've been fucking the bottom of the shit show for 30 plus years. Your time eventually comes around at some point in time. But what I want to say is this, is that Ben Johnson is surrounded with this amazing roster.
Immense talent. Immense talent.
The offensive line, not even just the receivers, it's your offensive line that you got studs up there. You got studs up there. So it's like a guy that's never been a coach. I'm concerned about that. There's a little bit of concern because Matt Nagy, you could go Matt Nagy, you could go all these guys that have actually been coaches for the Chicago Bears that's never been coached before. Again, Matt Nagy came from Kansas City.
I don't think you bring him in as a coach, though. I don't know if he's ready to be a coach. I think what I meant, you need an offensive-minded coach. You can't draft a QB number one and then put a defensive-minded guy there.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't work. You got to get offense on. You got to play to your strengths, and your strength right now is your offense. You guys need to be. You guys need to be. You're supposed to be right. You guys need to be the Bengals scoring 40, and in hopes that your defense stops someone.
Well, listen, I think Chicago defense is always going to be staple. Is always going to be there because it is just Chicago. So regardless, but again, I mean, I challenge that because of the fact of like, you look at the Steelers. This guy's a defensive head coach. You got some defensive. You just need the right staff. You need a guy. I think to me, again, I don't want to use the word. I just need a leader of men. I need a guy that's going to come in there, bring a culture to the team, hold people accountable, and surround himself with the best talent, the best coaches that he could find, and picking the right people around him. And I think that's where I think this franchise needs to go. But listen, man, we've been on this topic here for a minute. Don't want to make this a Bears podcast. Is just very
listen, man, we got a lot of time to fill. There's some shitty games coming up, man. So
again, fuck, man. I just don't. Again, all the Caleb haters out there, again, I'm not crowning the motherfucker yet, but what I'm telling you is you got to give the guy a chance. This guy's
It's
had
only,
one fucking year.
he's only played 16 games, man.
16
Like
motherfucking games in the fucking
16
thing. And
games.
it's like this society wants instant gratification, bro. They want to write everybody off within the fucking first year. Oh, but I get where some people are coming from because they're like, oh, they everybody crowned this guy as like the savior. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, he's still a rookie. What everybody else was saying, that's everybody's opinion. Everybody has their right to their opinion. But for you to say this guy's a fucking bust within year one, I'm just thinking you're fucking nuts. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think you know football, honestly,
Yeah, no.
because I
Well,
just don't see that. I don't see that he's a clear bust where it's like year one, hey, this is not going to work. I just want him to get better coaching, competent offensive line, and give him another year for him to be able to learn from his, because he does need to grow. His footwork needs to get better. He needs to get the ball out a little bit faster. He needs to pick up the hot reads. Some of the blitzes that came in were on him. Could it have been him where he's not calling the mic out. He's not shifting the line. But again, he's a rookie, bro. And these are things that are going to happen. So that's why again, uh,
See,
I
I
just
like that I like that you yeah, no, he's Caleb, he can't make no mistake. Nah, you actually, calling out the mistakes. Like exactly. It's the quarterback's job, him and the center, to call the hot read, to call the
yes,
blitz. And
yes,
then like, yo, Duze, blah, blah, blah. Watch the, find a
yeah,
slant,
yeah.
quick out.
Listen,
All that's
listen.
gonna come.
I'm actually glad that he's going through this now, because why? Everybody was calling C.J. Stroud the fucking god of. Last year was an amazing year for C.J. Stroud, and God bless him. But look at him this year. Look what's going on now. Yeah, I know there's other things around him that are happening, but now it's that sophomore slump. Now things are coming to reality.
Yeah,
I
but
rather, huh?
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, no. I'm just saying, like, you see that everything comes down to normalcy. At some point, the NFL will figure you out, and then you're gonna have to evolve, change, and move and kind of grow from that. So this is that year of CJ Stroud. So I'm kind of glad Caleb is going through this shit right now, and I'm hoping for year two that there's some growth. I do anticipate growth, and I could just see that the kid has fucking talent, and he just got to be led the right way, and it's a poor franchise that's been leading him and where he's at now. So like I said, we'll see where it plays out, but that's where I stand right now.
We'll see.
We'll
You
see
guys
what
top
happens.
10 right now, right? Top 10 pick.
Yeah, we are. I think either not we are 9, or depending if we lose out these last two, I wouldn't be surprised if we get into 8 or 7, depending on what the rest of the NFL teams do this next week. So,
Okay.
and we finish out with Green Bay, so that's going to be another L. So it's going to be yeah,
That's going
it's going to be
that's gonna
tough.
be 12 in a row.
It's going to be
Ouch.
12 in a row, bro. It's like where do you go from here? But
That hurts.
it just it sucks. It really
Where we
sucks.
go? We go to Massachusetts, Boston.
Ooh,
What are
oh,
they
is that
playing?
where?
Gillette? Where they play at?
Oh, here we go. The Los Angeles Racers. The Chargers are facing off with the New England Patriots. Exciting Week 17 matchup in regards to like what we got going on here, man. We got this game. It will be crucial, Jose, for the
Yeah.
Chargers as they aim to secure their playoff berth, right? While the Patriots are just looking to play spoiler and build some momentum for the future. Fun little fact here. I mean, listen, the Chargers have one of the league's stingiest defenses, allowing only 18.3 points per game. Actually, if you think about it, Justin Herbert versus Drake May, Herbert experiences that efficiency he will be tested against Drake May's potential and his resilience. And I think if I'm not mistaken, Justin Herbert, he just needs 153 yards to surpass Peyton Manning for the most passing yards in a player's first 5 years in the NFL season. So listen, Chargers have a lot to play for, man. That defense is stingy. Jose, what do you think about that game?
I think they're gonna take an L. Nah. I need them to take an L. I need them to take an L.
Well, you need them to take that L, right?
Yeah. My boys, my boys need them to take an L. Nah, they're listen, man. The Patriots can be pesky, especially at home. In the cold. Hopefully it snows. Hopefully they make it dirty. They make it muggy and just somewhere when the boys from Los Angeles don't want to play in. At the end of the day, they're the way better team. You know, Justin Herbert. You just threw out some stats on him. He's an okay quarterback. I think they're getting Dobbins back, so that's gonna be great for them. I
Mhm.
think they're just a better team, then. So I'm just hoping somehow, some way, Patriots can get this dub. But ultimately, I'll take the Chargers on the road.
Listen, I kind of see where you're going with that. They're going up into New England. It's going to be cold. It might be snowy. Who knows what the hell the elements are going to
Make
be
it
like.
dirty, make it dirty, and it's cross country for them. You know, teams that goes from the east to the west, or west to the east, it's not easy. That's a long flight. You know, you're losing about a day and a half of practice time, of coaches. You know,
Yeah.
putting in their game plan. So it's not easy on the body. Obviously, you got the time difference. So listen, man, I'm just hoping New England somehow, please, New England, help me out here, help me out.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, Drake May. Listen, regardless of what's transpired with their record, the kid has shown flashes of potential. You know what I'm saying? He's just that team, that roster is just not. It's not built. It's not a finished product.
That's not
And
where it
is
needs to be.
And is the coaching staff the right coaching staff? Is that going to be the long term play for them? I don't know. I've been hearing rumbles that Vrabel again wants to go back home. Vrabel's from he had a stint in New England playing under Bill Belichick. Can this guy want to go back to his roots and start his rekindle his coaching career in New England? Who knows? But again, I also think kind of just thinking out loud here. I'm just gonna take the better coaching in the sense.
Yeah, for sure. Listen,
Again,
Jim
I,
Harbaugh,
I
man, you can't
I
go wrong
think
with that.
Harbaugh is going to be the better coaching, have the better scheme. I think they're going to go out there and again, I'm going to take the Chargers minus 4.5. I'm going to take that. So we both agree on Chargers beating New England.
Sure. All right, moving on to our next Saturday. Speaking of football, bro, how great has it been? We had Christmas football, Thursday football. They should have gave us a Friday for the hell of it, right? We got
I
and
was thinking about that. I actually searched it. I was like, is there a game today? Why
they should,
not?
they should just gave it to us, fuck it, right? And then we got Saturday football, Sunday football, Monday football. Oh my god,
It's
what a
been it's
time!
it's it's like a
What a time!
slate of games. But you know what? The thing
Amazing.
is that the NFL we can't do that because the season is so short. So if they try to do that every fucking time, it just
End it.
we'll be
Give me
we'll
20
be we'll
games.
be done with football in 2 months.
Give me 20 games. Give me 20 games.
Well, listen, go talk to the players. Go talk to the players. The players they're gonna want to do that. Speaking of, let's hold on before we move on to the next game here.
Babies in
Speak,
Kansas City.
huh?
You gonna say crap babies in Kansas City?
No, no, no. Well, I was
Oh,
actually gonna just talk about. I don't know if you saw it, man. That halftime show, that's Beyonce
oh,
halftime show. That shit was like a movie. That was
yeah.
a Super Bowl. That was like a Super Bowl caliber. I mean, even though it was too much for me, I got lost. I got lost in all the sauce with all the stuff. But it was like a performance. It was like, man, it
No, it
was
was first she was in the car, then she was floating in the air, then she was like, bro, it was crazy, bro. And I think she got paid 20 million for that, bro. It's just nah,
20
listen,
million.
man, she's it, man. They call her Queen Bee for a reason, man. She's an icon. She's one of the greats. You know,
Yeah, I mean, a
she's
lot
going
of
to
people where I was watching it. A lot of people were kind of, again, a lot of people, at least in the space that I was in, they were like, they they look at her as like evil or like the I don't know. It was just some stuff that were said, and I don't know. I mean, hey, listen, I don't want the Beehive to come after me. I'm just a guy in Massachusetts, but again, it just the performance itself was just it was
drop your
ridiculous.
location, man. They're gonna come get you now.
No, I can't do that. I'm gonna have death threats coming to my house and stuff like that from them people. I'm gonna have the Illuminati show up and have a talk with me. Yeah, but no, but listen, just the performance in itself it was like Super Bowl style.
Yeah,
It shows you that the NFL has more money. And then let's talk about that. It's on Netflix.
on
When the hell
Netflix.
did
Yeah.
Netflix get involved?
Listen, man. Now you have to have every streaming service in the planet. Now it's Netflix. We all got Amazon and Hulu and all that. Like, who's next?
Yeah,
Like,
is Apple gonna
who's
get is this guy is
trust
Apple
me,
gonna get involved at
trust
some
me.
point?
I'm sure somewhere along the line they're gonna want a piece of this because it's too much money not to be involved with the NFL. It's just too
That's
much money.
crazy, man.
It's insane.
But
But
okay, but if I
Netflix,
don't have Apple thing, then how do I like if I'm an Android guy, How do
No,
I?
you can still purchase Apple TV.
I can still
It's the same.
purchase
It's the
Apple
same
TV.
subscription. It's like $9 a month or $10 a month,
Okay, good,
depending
good,
on
good,
what you
good,
get.
good, good, good. I'm
But
not trying to make sure they're not trying to force me into that space.
they
But
will. They will. They will. They will.
listen, I didn't watch the Peacock game. I didn't watch it because I didn't have Peacock, and I
Oh
just
no.
didn't watch the game. I didn't
Oh
have it.
damn.
I mean, because I would do the free
That's
subscription. I would do
interesting.
the free trials, but
Yeah,
then
yeah,
my,
yeah,
my,
yeah.
my email started to run out because every time, oh, this email already exists.
But you got YouTube, don't you? I mean, you can use YouTube, right?
Yeah, but when they stream it on Peacock, it's strictly on
Oh, you,
Peacock.
you, you cut off. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can't watch it on YouTube TV. Just
Because
like
they play
even uh-huh.
they paying big bucks for that, man. They're not gonna let you use it. You want to watch this game? You better download Peacock.
It just shows you how much they have us like in a stronghold, like how
Yeah, for
much
sure.
like what we're willing to do as fans, as
Mhm,
as
mhm.
as people, and just spending all this damn money on these teams that I mean, really,
All they do is bring us heartache.
I mean, you talk about heartache, man. It's like you wake up the next day and it feels like your girlfriend cheated on you or your wife cheated on you,
Damn.
and it's just like you
Yeesh.
feel bad. You remind yourself, holy shit, man, they lost last night. Now you got to deal with all the podcasts, all everybody just talking this negativity, and you try to stay away. But listen, I digress. Let's move on to the next game here. Here we have the Denver Broncos are set to face the Cincinnati Bengals. And listen, a high stakes AFC matchup.
Huge. Huge.
Listen, here's a preview of what we're expecting. Broncos are coming in at 9-6. I mean, listen, Bo Nix, rookie quarterback, close to becoming the fifth rookie quarterback in NFL history to throw for over 3,000 yards and have 25 touchdowns in his first season. Listen, man, this coach has got him playing right. You got Cortland Sutton, you got Pat Surtain. Bengals are coming in, man. Listen, Bengals are just. I feel for Burrow. They're at 7-8 right now. I mean, Joe Burrow leads the NFL with 4,229 passing yards, and is tied for the most touchdown passes, 39th this season. Again, playing with a depleted team. It's just it's. I mean, this game will be crucial for both teams as they aim to secure their playoff spots. Listen, man, enjoy that freaking game. But Jose, man, what are you thinking? What is your heart,
Who
your
they?
mind telling
Who
you?
they? Who they?
Who
Who they?
who
Who
they
they?
who
Who
they?
they? I need some who they this weekend, man.
Oh
This is
fuck,
another
bro.
game. This is another game that I need. Well, this one I need Broncos to lose to keep my playoffs hopes alive. But I actually think this game. I think the Bengals at home can actually pull this one out. Like you said, like you mentioned, man, Burrow, Chase, and Higgins. The boys been, and now Chase Brown in the backfield. They've been playing out of their minds, man. And
Mhm.
Mike Gesicki gets involved sometime with the ugliest gritty I've ever seen in my life. But
Oh my
hey,
god.
it works. It works, right?
Oh, that name
Bo
that name sounds familiar, right? Gasicki? He sounds very
yeah,
familiar, right?
he played for us a few years back. Few years back.
Ugh.
The Broncos are they're no slouch, man. They're 9-6 for a reason. They got the nice, very very good defense. They can stop anybody on defense. So it's just gonna come down to Bo Nix and that offense. Can they move the ball? And they should be able to move the ball against Cincinnati, man. Listen, they're one of the bottom five defenses in the league. You should be able to move the ball. I mean, lately they've been playing a little better, but at the end of the day, I truly think Burrow and the boys is it's going to be too much offense at home for the Broncos to overtake them. So give me Cincy at home -3.
Listen, I'm gonna go the other route. I think the Bengals, again, outside of Joe Burrow and Lamar and Chase, they're just depleted. I mean, it's evident that like they're just not. I mean, they should be not, if not the one of the best teams in the AFC with just how Burrow's playing and Chase is playing. But I think the team around them is just not there for them for whatever reason this year. I think the Broncos are coming in and they're gonna. I'm taking the Broncos plus. I'll take the Broncos +3. I'll take the Broncos +3. I just think that they're just a better coach team right now. They're just a better humming team. That defense is pretty legit. They're holding most of their opponents to I think under 18.5 points a game or 18.7 per game. So I just think that it's not enough for just Burrow and Chase to beat a whole fucking squad. So I'm
I mean,
taking
I can see that. if it does go your way, just please Chase drop like 50 points for my fantasy team. I'm in the Super Bowl. Come on, Chase, please. At least if you're gonna lose the game, at least give me 50 points. At least give me that. At
I
least
know,
give
man.
me that.
Hey, listen, for your sake, I hope the Bengals do win because I do want to see at least one of us reach the playoffs. I know you guys have just been fighting back to get there. So for your sake, I hope that the Bengals do come through for you. But my betting mind, just my hand's gonna tell me I'm leaning towards the Broncos on this one. And we'll, uh-huh.
I'm saying you mean you no Broncos a good team, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's a good pick.
Anytime, who you got for anytime, man? Hey, what's your
Oh,
anytime
I
there?
got Higgins. I got Higgins out there. I think he's a big target in the red zone. You know, Chase is more your medium to long, deep ball catcher.
Mhm.
Higgins is like that 5, 10, 15 yards, and especially in the red zone, he's tall, he's lanky, he can out jump anybody.
Mhm.
So in the red zone, I got him, and I like Courtland Sutton. Again, like I mentioned, the Bengals defense is obviously not good. You know, and
Yeah.
Courtland Sutton and Bo Nix, they can put up some numbers, they can put up some yards. So I, I think Courtland Sutton's, matter of fact, he hasn't scored in the past few weeks. So I've been taking his ass for anytime touchdowns, but he's
So
been
you're
letting me
taking him
down.
right now for any. It's good.
Yeah,
He's got eventually got to produce, right? He's got to come
I
back, right?
think he's got to do something, and then this is a big game for them, man. You know, it's like that scenario. You win and you're in. So it's a big game for both sides. And remarkably, the Bengals are still alive. So this is going to be a very very good game. It's going to be a
It
very good game.
it should be, right?
Yeah, well, it should be right. Yeah. Who knows nowadays? Who knows nowadays, man?
Oh
Jeez.
my God. What we got here, man. Here we have the Arizona Cardinals are set to face the Los Angeles Rams in week 17 at SoFi Stadium. Listen, man, here's what we're gonna expect, man. Listen, Rams are 10-5, man. Can you believe that? Well, they're excuse me, they're 7-8 Cardinals. I apologize about that. Listen, Matt Stafford. This game is a crucial game for the Rams as they aim to secure their playoff hopes as well. While the Cardinals are just looking to play spoiler at the end of the season and kind of end it on a high note to some extent. I mean, listen, we got Kyler Murray up against Matthew Stafford. You know, Kyler's mobility and his playmaking ability, he's going to get tested. Stafford's experience and accuracy, man. I mean, it's going to be a defensive matchup here. Jose, what are you thinking on this particular game?
Listen, I think the Rams at home take it. Kyler and the boys. I think James Conner, he's a little banged up. I think he's gonna give it a go. So they'll have the running backs. But Marvin Harrison, he's been a disappointment this year. A top 5 wide receiver. Listen, I know it's tough. It's not easy for wide receivers to come in there, for any rookie to go in there
Mhm.
and outshine, the NFL play, the coaches and the defensive minds that they have. So it's tough. I get it, but I did expect a little bit more from him. Especially having Kyler Murray and McBride out there. Taking out the intermediate routes. You would think, right? But no, it's just been the opposite. Matthew Stafford, man, Puka Nakua, Cup and them boys, man. Kyron Williams, they've been coming on strong at the right time. They're at home. They got I think that I believe if they win, they might win a division, or it might go to week 18. I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
they're right in line to get the division, man. So why not? Why not? Why not?
Yeah, listen, Marvin Harrison, I mean, like you said, it's similar to like the Caleb Williams story, right? He was crowned the king of coming out. He was Marvin Harrison. He was the guy that was going to win everything. And again, it's just been, you could say, a disappointing, rookie season for him. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's just the first year. Who knows what's going to happen moving forward? I think, like you said, man, LA, they're heating up right at the right time. This is when teams that are gonna make that run. This is where they heat up. This is where things start to happen. And listen, Matthew Stafford is no stranger to the postseason. Like you said, Puka, Cup, these go boys, they're gonna come in there. Vegas is highly favoring, the Rams. Do I take Rams -6.5? At home at SoFi. You know what? I'm taking Rams -6.5. I think they ended there really well. And SoFi. What do you think?
Okay. I was actually thinking about I have the Rams to win. I was actually thinking about that 6.5. division games, man, they can be scary. And when you got a player across the field, like I said, Kyler Murray and James
Yeah.
Conner and McBride, it's tough to take 6.5. I know that they don't have anything to play for, but
Yeah.
in division games, they're always tough. You want to be a spoiler because I'm pretty sure they have a little rivalry going on. They want to, spoil each other's season. 6.5 is a little steep for me, to be honest with you.
Mm.
I'm gonna think about it throughout the podcast, but if I
All right.
do choose to pick the game, I definitely got to bring that line down a little bit. But we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see when we get there. We'll see when we get there.
We'll see what happens there.
All right, next game. Next game. Gosh.
Ooh. Listen, man. I mean, really, how much can we really talk about this one? I mean, it's just like complete polar opposites. We have the Dallas Cowboys, going to face the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, one team is just, I mean, listen, the Cowboys, I mean, it's like they kind of been holding on there. I mean, they're 7-8. I mean, they got the backup quarterback Cooper Rush up in there. He's actually been leading the Cowboys to a 4-3 record. If you want to kind of just hold on to that for a little
Damn,
bit.
he's 4-3 with Cooper Rush. Wow.
Yeah, they're 4-3, man, facing the Eagles, who are, again, they may have a shitty culture, but listen, they're finding ways to win. Them damn Eagles, man. They could be fighting in the locker room, but guess what? They're 12-3. I mean, Saquon, man, what can you not say of potentially, MVP talks with him? The Eagles have one of the best top defenses, allowing just about 18.9 points per game. I mean, listen, the Cowboys are struggling to be consistent and show improvement throughout the week. I mean, this game will be crucial for the Eagles. Let's just say that, as they aim to secure the NFC East title, while the Cowboys are just looking to play spoiler and end their season kind of on a high note as well. What are you kind of thinking there, Jose?
This is another game like the previous game we talked about. These division games. Now that is wants to play spoiler. It's gonna be interesting because I think Hurts is out again with that concussion, and so it's gonna be his name escapes my mind. What's the quarterback coming in? Anyways, I'll think about it. But he's a backup. He's a journeyman. He's played football. Plenty of football to lead the Philadelphia Eagles here. Listen, man, you got Saquon, you got AJ Brown. Again, I need AJ Brown 50 points, please, this week for my fantasy league. Thank you. They got a lot of offensive power over there, and they got the number one defense, man. And now no CeeDee Lamb. Who's Cooper Rush gonna throw the ball to? Like, come on. I'll take Philly at home minus the 7. It should be an easy win. It should be an easy win to me.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it should be an easy win. Every time we bet with the Cowboys, we get disappointed. So I'm just not going to do that. I just think that, Eagles are the superior team. Listen, Cooper Rush, God bless you, came in, did his thing, 4-3. But again, I just think the Eagles are just too much. I think Saquon's just going to run all over them. So I agree with you. Give me that -7, Eagles.
I won't be. I won't be. I might play with the numbers though, because like I said, man, backup quarterback. For the Eagles, if it was Jalen Hurts, man, I'll say -10.
Mm-hmm.
But these backup quarterbacks, man, they're backups for a reason. They can throw a pick six here and just ruin the whole parlay at any given moment. But we'll see. We'll come back to that one.
We'll come back to that. So you're holding on to that line.
Yeah,
What we got next?
Oh my goodness.
My
Oh
goodness.
my goodness.
What do we even need? What do we even need to talk about here? What even cliff notes do we even need to talk about this team
I
right
don't know.
now? I mean,
Shitty
listen,
and shitty. Shitty versus shitty.
shitty versus shitty. I mean, but
Shitty
listen,
versus
man. I mean, let's talk about the Jaguars here for a second, man. They paid this guy all this money. It's been
the Jaguars
disappointing.
they came in with high expectations.
Again, it's just like, yeah, a lot of these teams. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trevor, you give him all that money. Thomas Jr., the wide receiver, rookie wide receiver. Now there's a rookie wide receiver who's been balling. That guy's been doing his thing. Even with Mac Jones now, he's been putting up numbers.
Yeah.
ETN and Ingram. The defense was a little shaky, but I mean they were battling for the division last year with Houston. So you kind of figured, okay, this team might make some noise this year. And then you started with the injuries, and then just the whole entire season just got derailed. And that sucks for them, man. Because I'm pretty sure they had high hopes over there, especially after giving Norton so much money. And now he's,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a concussion, but it didn't look too great. So I'm pretty sure he'll be back next year just fine. But
Yeah.
it's shit show, man. Just give me the shittier team at home. I'll take Jaguars, man. I'll take Jaguars.
Listen, Vegas doesn't know what the hell's gonna happen. They're just
Yeah,
calling it.
man.
Look at the over and under 39.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
worse than the Seattle. It's like the Seattle Bears game. I can't really talk much, but damn it. Listen, man. Listen, I'm looking at it this way. Titans have one of the league's top defenses. They're just allowing about 18.7 points per game. The Jaguars offense are struggling. They're ranked about 26 in both rushing and passing. Again, I'm gonna take defense over offense. I'm gonna take Tennessee. That defense is just gonna be a little slightly better than that. Better than that Jaguar offense. So I'm gonna take the Titans. Give me Titans +1. I'm just gonna ride with the defenses. I like
Hey,
defense.
hey, man. Shit, who knows? Don't Vegas don't even know.
No, listen. Don't quote us on any. Well, shit. Listen. Speaking about quoting on games, we didn't touch bases. I mean, I know it's been already almost a week and a half. That Saints game, man. Guys, we gave you a chicken
Oh,
dinner winner. We gave you whatever that concept is, but
winner, winner, chicken dinner.
that damn NFL. Listen, man,
They screwed us, man.
they fucked
Well,
us.
a lot of people.
They fucked a lot of people. They're
A
talking
lot of
about
people.
suing a lawsuit. How far
Mhm.
would that lawsuit go? I don't think so. You're barking up the big tree of the NFL. They'll make things disappear.
Mhm.
But that clock was stopped, ladies and gentlemen. They should not have that chance at run that play.
Yep, yep,
We
yep.
should have given you. We would have given you guys. You guys deserve to have that winning ticket, but they robbed us.
That would have been, man. That would have been a good chunk of change right there. That would have been a good chunk of change.
The
But
ticket was
hey, we
worth
move
it.
on. We move on. What can we do? What
Again,
can
we
we?
move on, but at
This
least wanted to
is
touch bases on that
no,
because
for
it's
sure, for
important
sure,
to
for
us.
sure, for sure. All right, we got here.
Oof. I mean, listen, we got old man Rogers trying to rekindle his lifelong friendship with Adams. And listen, they had a pretty good week last week in the sense that they were throwing some bombs. They were out there. They're heading up into Indian Orchard to play Josh Allen, the MVP race guy, and who knows what the weather elements are gonna look like. That Buffalo defense, that Buffalo offense is looking like that Kansas City. Again, Jose, you talk to me. You tell me what you see here, man. Talk to me.
Well, listen, I'm gonna take Buffalo at home -9.5. A lot of people are gonna shy away for that number because the Pats played them so close last week. And like I said, man, division games are like we all know, division games are tough. They're tough to call. They're tough to predict. I mean, Buffalo came out super flat last week. They took the Patriots for granted. They was like, all right, we're gonna just
Mhm.
roll over this team, and you cannot roll over any team in the NFL. They all
Mhm.
get paid. All the coaches they study for the same amount of hours. They got pride too. You know, at the end of the day, they just can't pull it out because you got more talent, and that's what
Yeah,
happened last week, right? Josh Allen said, all right, enough of this. Let's go win this game, and then they won by 3. I
yeah.
think today, I think on Sunday, I think the opposite happens. I think they come out and they start steamrolling the Jets. The Jets can't score. They
Nah.
scored 9 points. They were
If
the
it's not
first.
Adams, they're not scoring anything.
I think it was the first team in NFL history to not have one punt and still lose the game. How do you do that? How do you don't punt
This
and you still lose the game and you only scored 9 points? Come on, man. Listen, old man Rogers, he's definitely old. It's gonna be cold as shit in Buffalo. It's gonna be snowy. They're gonna get all in his ass, and they're gonna beat the Jets by more than 10 points.
Listen,
Yeah,
man, it's a crucial game for Buffalo too because they're looking to secure their playoff spot,
yeah.
right? So
I think they still might have a chance for the number 1 seed. So
they
and they're
do.
gonna go out there and they're gonna blow them out.
Yeah, listen.
I don't see no other way.
Again, like you said, I just don't see the Jets coming in. That Bills top ranked defense. They're gonna come after Rodgers. I mean, listen, Garrett Wilson and Stephon Diggs. I mean, it's gonna be a crucial game for them as well. Aaron Rodgers, how much does he have left? Not much. Going up into that cold, facing the younger version of, I don't want to say him, but the MVP talks of caliber. I think it's just old football versus new football. Give me new football -9.5.
we've agreed on 2 games thus far. Well, no, 4 games. 4 games.
4 games.
We're thinking about. I'm just a little iffy on those other games, but
On some of the lines, I get it. I mean, some of these lines, like you said, it's just
But thus far, we've agreed Chargers -4.5,
mhm.
Buffalo -9.5. I think
Yes.
from those spreads, I think we're good with those spreads. All right, moving on. Right,
Here we go. We got the
here we go.
Anthony Richardson Colts versus the what the fuck Jets.
Let's go Giants. Let's go
Sorry, they both play.
Giants.
They both play in New Jersey. So again, I'm just putting both of them on there. But listen, man, you got the Colts and Anthony Richardson, who again they've been playing very competitive throughout the last couple weeks, facing the Giants, who really have nothing to play for but Shadir Sanders. That's all they got going on for themselves right now. They're heading up into MetLife. Colts are coming in at 7-8. Listen, he's been playing clutch. Anthony Richardson when he needs to, leading to Colt to a late game victory in the last recent weeks. You got Jonathan Taylor, DeForest Buckner. He's been consistent force recording, sacks in 3 in the last 4 games. Giants, I mean, what are we going to say about the Giants, Jose? I don't know. Drew Lock. I think the only shining point they have is, Malik Neighbors. He set a franchise rookie record with closing in at 100 receptions for the season. I think that's their only shining star right now. But Jose, what are you thinking over there?
Listen, I'm thinking the Giants need to upset these boys. Go G-men. Go G-men. It's yet another game that we need to go my way for the Dolphins to have an inkling of a chance to get in the playoffs. All in all, listen, man, there is no way in hell Giants win this game. There's just none. There's just none. They will not lose Shadir Sanders. If you lose Shadir Sanders by winning a meaningless game in Week 17, you are the most idiotic franchise in the history of football. Like, it's been done before. I've seen it before.
You seen the most stupid just to win one. And
us. It happened with us. We tried to suck for luck.
Was that the miracle game?
No. I don't know what game. It was a game there with Flores and no, not with Flores. I don't know. It was happening a while back. We were trying to suck for luck. Andrew Luck coming out.
For luck.
And yeah, we were trying to suck for luck. And we screwed it up, man. And we almost screwed it up with Tua. But anywho.
Listen, I mean, that looking back at it, you wouldn't have lost so much with luck because, again, at the end, I mean, well, you never know. You never know if he would have gotten hurt.
You just never know.
You never know. But that's the beauty of football, man, that you just never know what's going to happen. You can have these very high expectations. Look at us, man. Look at me. I had these again, maybe I was pie in the sky. But again, you have these high expectations for your team, and I don't think the Jets, the Giants have a shot there. Do we take Colts -7.5?
No. I can't lay 7.5 with the Colts. Man. They're
Right.
just Richardson to me. He's too unpredictable. He's too unpredictable. Like I said, I know. I'll take him on the money line. Giants are not going to win this game. There's just no way in hell.
Okay.
But 7.5 with Anthony Richardson, nah. I don't trust that guy, man. I don't trust that guy. I just need, as long as Tracy puts up 50, you got a theme here, right? You got the theme. I need every one of my fantasy players to put 50 up, and then that way I just win my Super Bowl. Anyways, but yeah, I'll take him on a money line if anything. I'm not touching that 7.5.
Okay.
Not with the Colts.
We could rock with that.
Oh my goodness. Listen,
man. It's just.
I'm gonna go the same thing that I did with the Jaguars. Give me the shittier team at home. Give me the Saints to somehow win this game +1. I don't know. That's all I got for this game.
Listen. We got the Las Vegas Raiders set to face on the New Orleans Saints at the Caesars Superdome. I mean, listen, two shitty teams, 3-12 Raiders, 5-10 Saints. There's really no highlights of anything. Spencer Rattler, that fucking bastard that took that score down all the way down 2 weeks ago. Listen, the Raiders have struggled all season, particularly in offense. They're ranked 28th in total offense, 32 in rushing, which is just bottom of the barrel. Saints have also faced their challenges. Defense ranked fucking 30 in total defense. It's just a shit show. This game, I mean, listen, it'll be important for both of these teams as they evaluate their rosters moving forward and trying to build some momentum for the future of what they're gonna, is the Raiders gonna pick up Ward, the guy from Miami? I guess right now all these teams are really playing for, especially these two teams, is just for this. We're playing for the draft. Again, I don't know. I'll pass on this game. Honestly, if I had to pick, I'll probably take Saints money line, but I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole, honestly.
Nope. Moving on.
Right. Here we go. Here we have another game. I mean, this might be a little bit more of a interesting game. Can it be a little bit of a competitive match here between, you have the Carolina Panthers. The kid has been he had a little bit of resurgence against the Bucks, who are just, Bucks, man, they're playing solid. I mean, what are you thinking, Jose? Man, what's your thoughts on this particular game?
I'm thinking, man, this is another division game. Bryce Young has looked very good as of late. Chuba Hubbard, he's been running the ball very, very well. Thielen, old man Thielen over there, Leggett. They've been playing good football, man. But at home. On the road, they're a different team. Mm-hmm. And this Bucks team is nice, man. They got Bucky Irvin, Rachaad White, Mike Evans, Cade Otton, and obviously Baker Mayfield throwing the ball, right? And the coach, Todd Bowles, he loves the blitz. So can Bryce Young handle that blitz and keep the game close within 8? I'm gonna take the Bucks -8. I think they have way too much to play for. I don't think it makes my ticket. It's just too risky for me. But if I had to choose, I think they beat them by more than 10 points for sure.
Listen, you're right. The Bucks have a lot to play for. They need to secure their playoff spot. They're kind of on they're on the wall. They've won the last 3 games and they're looking to secure their playoff spot. The Bucks defense has been particularly strong. They're allowing just about 20 points per game. So listen, it's going to be Bryce Young against Baker Mayfield. Potentially, their playmaking abilities. Like you said, Bryce Young has came on the last couple of weeks, kind of came on a little resurgence after being benched. But I think Baker's just a more seasoned vet. I mean, look, speaking of seasoned vets, look what it's like to let a player play out his career, right? You talk about Baker getting drafted, everybody calling him a bust. Now he's in the right situation there with the Bucks. Got paid. Didn't he get paid? I think he did get paid, or he's about to get paid.
No,
he got paid
last year, year before. Yeah.
He's got him going into the playoffs. He plays hard. He's no scrub. So it's like you just see, man. Like sometimes it just takes the right spot, the right location, change the scenery for you to be able to go. But I agree with you. I think the Bucks at home, -8. If I had to, I'd take the Bucks.
Cool. Let's go. We're going to the dog pound.
To the dog pound. Man, here we go. We have the Miami Dolphins. I'm not going to sing the song, Jose. I would love to.
You were doing great.
I was getting it right. But listen, you're going up into the dog pound. I've been to that stadium. The boys bark loud. You guys have a lot to play for. A lot to play for. Is the professor, the philosopher, Mr. Jameis Winston? I was actually watching a clip of him of all his like philosophy thoughts, and it's just fucking mind-boggling. The stuff that this guy says, it's crazy. It's wild. But
he's got all the one-liners, bro. All of them.
It's like I think I heard one. I was trying to remember it for the show, but it was just like I had to sit back and think about them. Like, you know what? That fucking makes sense. It sounds crazy, but it makes sense what you're saying. But nevertheless, man, listen, I'm not gonna say much. I'm gonna let you have the floor here. This is your time to shine. It's your again. It's a lot for you right now. Talk.
Listen, we got like I mentioned already throughout the show. We got the playoff. We got playoff berths hanging right in front of us, but we'll see if we make it, man. Because we need too much help. As far as this particular game, listen, man. DTR, I believe his name is, because Winston's not playing. They don't have enough for us. Nick Chubb is out. Jerome Ford, he's a decent running back, but our defense has been coming on lately. It's gonna be too much. We're gonna overwhelm the kid. Yeah, it might be cold. Tua's balls, they shiver up when it's cold.
That cold weather, man.
Yeah, that cold weather. But listen, man, this game means a lot to us. Not only to our playoffs, but just for our coach, man. Also for the coach, my coach, next coach. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be here next year. But
I think so too, man. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, he'll be here next year. Stephen Ross already pretty much alluded to it. He'll be here next year, which is cool. Whatever. We just need to get healthy. And yeah, I think we're just too much for the Browns right now. I think we'll beat them. I think mine's 6.5 for sure. Just run the ball. It's gonna be cold. I don't know if it's gonna snow, but give me the Dolphins, man. Give me the Dolphins minus 6.5 to go in there. And listen, the over is 39.5. Like, Vegas is expecting a low scoring game. I don't think the Browns get past 14 on they don't score more than 14. We put up 24-14 final score. We beat them by 10.
Listen, I don't. The only thing I think the X factor to me for this particular game, just again, looking from the outside in, is the weather. That's all that I'm looking at here. As you alluded to yourself, Dolphins have not been particularly well in the cold weather games. For some reason, they like it nice and sunny, warm, track field. You guys got the cheetahs, you guys got the hounds, you guys got the track stars. So again, I think maybe that's why Vegas is seeing this a low scoring game, because of the weather. Who knows what's going to be happening out there? I anticipate you guys to win. Now, if this becomes a snow fest, again, I could see it going either way if the weather inclements turn very crazy for that. But outside of that, I can see the Dolphins. I'll take Dolphins money line on this one. Again, me just going based upon the weather factor. Nothing more, nothing less. I think you guys have the better roster, but it hasn't been proven that you guys could get into a cold climate area and fucking just dominate. So I got to see it to believe it.
Hey, listen, man. That's all facts. As long as we win the game, man, I don't care if we win by 1 or by 10. So, I mean, betting factors, but I mean, as far as betting the game, yeah, I'm not. I'll put it on my ticket. I don't know if you agree, but I think we're going there and we beat them by more than 7. I understand if you don't like the game, because you got to prove it, right? You got to prove to make the haters believe. I'm not saying you're a hater, but
no, listen,
that's how it is.
Yeah,
that's how it is. Listen, I even said it too. I'm like, bro, I know we Tua's balls get small and this and that and blah blah blah. My coach I'm pretty sure he'll be shivering on the sideline because he's so damn
with
small.
Blue nose, gonna be
blue nose. Yeah. So all these factors, I get it, but I just don't see the Browns beating us. Like no, they're a bad football team. Now, if you had Jameis Winston in there, I'd be like, oh shit, like I'd be like maybe, right? But no, not DTR, man. He'll probably rush for like 50 yards because he won't be able to throw the ball on us. He's not gonna look Jalen Ramsey side. If he does, that's a pick 6. So we're gonna beat them. Even if it's a defensive struggle, we're gonna beat them.
So. For sure. No, listen, I hear you. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those games. It's got to go play through that cold, brother.
That's it.
Ooh, here we have
right here.
This is the creme of the. This is like the creme of the creme right now so far that what we've seen. What can you say, man? The NFC North, man. Listen, arguably, if not the best division in all NFL, NFC North. You have Green Bay Packers. You got Minnesota Vikings. You got the Detroit Lions. So it's like, and then you have the Bears. But I'll leave that alone. But listen, man, this is going to be a hell of a game. This is a game of who's got the balls in the NFC North. Listen, are the Packers pretenders? That's a question I wanted to ask you.
I don't think so. I think they might be the better team.
Oh,
I think they might be the better team. They got the better quarterback. They got the better quarterback. Okay. They got the better running back. They got the wide receiver trio. The thing with Packers, they got Watson, they got Reed, they got Wicks. You know, they have a lot of number twos, but they all produce, right? But, you
Mhm.
know, versus Minnesota's monsters and Jefferson
Mhm.
and Addison and Hawkinson. You know, maybe the wide receiving core is a little bit better over there. I think they they might have the better defense. Like like I told you in previous shows, man.
Mhm.
Brian Flores is blitz happy and he just tries to create chaos. If you can control the chaos,
Mm.
manage it, and a quarterback like Jordan Love can do that with Matt LaFleur coaching them up, blocking at the right time, chipping at the right time. You catch
Mhm.
him in one of these blitzes, these guys can go,
Mm.
you know. And Jacobs, man, that boy can run the ball. Matt LaFleur, to me, he's the better coach out of both. I'm saying, hey, give me Green Bay on the road. Give me Green Bay on the road plus the one. Well,
Interesting.
I'll probably move it up a little bit, just for some a little cushion, you know, a little safety.
Yeah.
I believe they might be the better team, you know.
Interesting. Interesting. You know, oof. This is for me. It's bittersweet. I don't care. The bias side of me don't give a shit. Don't care. But again, I'm still not sold completely on the Green Bay Packers. I think they beat up on bad teams, on mediocre teams. Um, again, it's these are one of those games where it's like, look, even Vegas is calling it's -1. Like they really don't know what the
Basically
fuck's
a
gonna
pick 'em.
happen.
Yeah, basically a pick 'em.
It's like you don't know what the hell's really gonna happen. It's just who's gonna come out there and play that better day that day. That's just what it's gonna come down to for this
Mhm.
particular game. It's who's gonna come out there and make a crucial play, who's gonna make a mistake. This is gonna be one of those chess matches where it's like who fucks up first or who fucks up last, and then again it comes down to the end of the game.
And then it's indoors, so the elements are not going to be a part of it. It's not going to be a factor.
Yeah,
So at the end of the day, the better team will win, or the better
mhm.
team that day will
That
win.
day, yeah,
That day will win. And listen, it should be a great game. Every time I call great games, they turn out to be shit fest. But it should be a game. It's on paper, it looks like a great game, right? So,
yeah,
you know, with that being said, like I said, man, I like Green Bay here. So you
yeah.
haven't given me a prediction.
Because I'm not touching it. I don't
Oh,
want
yeah,
to touch it because
okay.
it's like
I
I don't
mean,
really know
it doesn't have
who.
to hit the ticket. Just pick the game, though. You better go on record. You got to go on record.
Give me Minnesota -1. I'll
Minnesota
take
at home.
Minnesota.
Hey,
I'll
ain't
take
nothing wrong with
Minnesota
that.
at home. I'll
Shit,
take
ain't nothing
Minnesota
wrong
at
with
home
that.
for this one.
All right, all right. Moving on, moving on. Right. We got Janie
Listen,
Daniels
we
at
got Jaden
home.
Daniels and the other rookie coming in just after benching Kirk Cousins, 2 chains, Kirk Cousins.
Nah,
Um,
he ain't no 2 chains no more. I snatched his chains away.
he
I
snatched his
snatched his
chains,
chains
man.
away.
Poor Kirk, man. Listen, watching him on that documentary, you saw how much he cares
I did
about the
love him.
game,
I did
how
love him.
much he studies, how much he prepares for it, how much he takes care of his body. It's been a very disappointing season for the Atlanta Falcons, to say the least. I mean, but Bijan, man, Bijan's I think he's third or fourth in rushing. So he's no scrub. Came out there, he's running the ball. But again, I think Washington, on the other hand, they're well coached. Dan Quinn has been immense there with Cliff Kingsbury at the helm of OC, really making Jaden Daniels look great. Jaden Daniels has been playing well, and again, kudos to him. I just think Washington's the better team, better coach team, better everything. They're at home. Uh, you know, I'm gonna let you say what you got, what you're thinking here, but I think you
I
know where
mean,
my chips are gonna fall.
that's pretty much it right there. Give me Washington -3.5 at home. You know, Jaden Daniels, he played out of his mind last week, and that was against Philly, top rated defense. You know, what do you think he's going to do at Atlanta? You know,
Mm,
Atlanta, they ain't got it like that. You know, they have a few names here and there. Michael Penix played a decent game, but he is a rookie on the road. It
yeah,
should be a hostile environment in that shitty stadium. Sorry, guys, that you have a shitty
horrible
stadium.
stadium,
Horrible,
horrible.
horrible
But you
stadium.
know what? We had one of the best views in this. I don't know if you've been when we were at the end of little
Well,
backstory here,
eventually,
guys. Little bit backstory here, guys.
yeah.
So we went to Washington State and whatever it's called. I forgot what the fuck it's called. Shout out
FedEx.
shout out to Washington Heights, by the way, if you guys are listening. But
Well, you hear,
but anyways, we again we did tailgating, great time out there. Dolphins versus Commanders. We took the package like Jose. We sat up all the way up there, and we had this fucking big ass beam, like sitting right in between us. And then I think what was it? I think it was the last quarter though, right? Like it was fourth quarter.
I was like, remember, we were blowing their ass out. It was
Okay.
like we scored like 40 points, like halftime or some shit like that.
So then it was halftime when you
it was like halftime when I started making my move, and I talked to one of the ticket guys, and I was like blah blah. I got like 8 with me. Yeah, no problem. Boom. So we went all the way down to 100 level, and we watched the game. The rest of the game.
Listen, man. Again, that was it was a great experience because it's complete. Listen, bro. I don't care. I get it. But though there's a different feel to watching a game in the hundreds than watching the game in the 400s. No, it feels like everything feels alive. Feels like
you're right in it.
Yeah. It's like 4K right in front of you. It just felt good. You could feel more the environment, the stadium. You feel the people. Yeah, it was cool. Just again, not the stadium, but being down in the hundreds. So all my people that can afford the 100 sections, God bless you. I will be there at some point, but we'll get there. But yeah, just a little backstory.
Let me ask you, right? Usually the home team gets 3, right? I just thought about this, right? So they're only getting half a point. Is that like a little fishy to you? I mean, I know they're the better team, right? I mean, we talked it through. Can Atlanta hang with them? I mean, this line it's a little fishy, man. On the road, rookie quarterback. They're expecting it to be a high scoring game. It's just the 3.5. It feels like more like a 5.5 game, but they only got them at 3.5. Like maybe the lines changed. I don't know, but
I would think so. You make a good point there because
3.5. Still 3.5.
Is this going to be like a trap game for Washington?
That's what
is that what Vegas is thinking? Like, why is it only 3.5? You got Buffalo. You got Buffalo at 9.5 or whoever beating the Jets. I mean, again, I just think what it might be, Jose.
10.5 actually. Buffalo moved to 10.5.
Look at that. You know what I think is? I think Vegas may think. I think even though, regardless of what we think of Atlanta, they do have a solid roster, man. It's not like they're scrubs.
But the defense is not good, man. And Jaden Daniels got them boys playing, man.
I get it. I don't know. I guess maybe just Vegas sees it a different faction. But unless that line moves throughout it's not too far from now. But I know. But that's a good point you make. I mean, I don't know why. Well, if anybody has an idea of why they think Atlanta's only, why Washington's only getting 3.5 against Atlanta, put a comment, share with us, give us your thoughts, what you think. But
at the end of the day, I still think they're are they far superior? I don't know. They're far superior, man.
Far superior is the word.
You got that's what I'm saying. You got Tyler Algier, you got Bijan, like you mentioned.
I think they're better coached. They're the better coached team.
You got Kyle Pitts. He's been playing like shit though. You got Drake London. To me, rookie quarterback. That's interesting. All right, we'll come back to it. But, I still feel comfortable with the 3.5 or even money line.
Yeah, I think I would feel good there.
So far, we got 3 that might make the final ticket if we stick with this 3.5. All right, let's see. See this, and this is another one that's really, really fishy to me, right? You got Detroit on the road, only minus 3.5 in San Francisco. So 6-9 team already checked out. This is what I'm thinking, right? If we blew their ass out San Francisco last week, the Dolphins, right, who are like a mediocre team, versus a contender, a real Super Bowl contender, only 3.5. What do you think they're gonna do to them? That's the mindset, right?
Yeah.
But is it Debo? Is it Purdy? Is it Shanahan? I mean, what do you think? What do you this 3.5 is
great question, man.
And then Detroit has a lot to play for. They can still get the number 1 seed. Dan Campbell already came out and said he's not resting anyone. While San Francisco is resting Trent Williams, they're down to like their 4th running back.
Is this one of those gimme games? Like Vegas is like, here, please take our money, take our money because we want to give it to you.
Vegas will never say that.
But Vegas again, again, like you just said, it just makes no sense. This makes no sense. How is if not arguably the best team in the NFC going up against a depleted suppose that was going to be the best team in the NFC going up against them. Is it because they're home? I mean, look, they're calling it 50.5, so they're calling this to be a high scoring game.
High
So are
scoring.
they saying there's going to be a shootout here? That it's going to be a close game down to the wire?
I mean, listen, Detroit's entire defense is riddled
Oh, it's
with
in
injury.
shambles. It's in shambles. Yes,
It's
in
in
shambles.
shambles. So maybe that's why they're saying, Shanahan can draw some shit up and keep up with them.
I think you might be hitting something there. I think
That
that's
makes
what you're
sense.
hitting there. I think you're hitting that, and I think that's the nail on the head right there. The defense, that Detroit defense is again. I think that's what's going to be the Achilles heel in the long run. Again, I'm not a fortune teller, but moving forward in the long run, I think that's going to be the Achilles heel of the Detroit Lions. I don't think it's anybody's. It's not a big secret, but I think that's just what's going to end. And once they get. Can Detroit, speaking of playoff bound, can they make it to can they get to the NFC Championship game? Yes, I expect them to be there. Can they win it? Yes. But I mean, if you're going to be playing the AFC with the depleted defense like you do, can you win that? I don't know, but I think that's what it is. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think Vegas sees that the Detroit Lion defense is hurting. And they think that Shanahan and Brock Purdy could scheme some shit up. You still got Debo over there. You still got Kittle. Kittle's could go off at any freaking point in time. So I think that's probably why Vegas is probably putting that line there. Like you said, it's just that defense.
So
I think that makes sense.
With that being said, who do you got? Who you got? I would take I'm over here playing with the lines. I'm definitely listening. I'm playing with the lines and shit, trying to build the parlay for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell me. So who do you got? Detroit money line? Like, are we scared on points or?
Fuck, man. Listen, man. I think
It's at 3.5 right now.
We had a conversation of probably why. I'm looking at it this way, man. Bears played the players. Bears played the Lions. I mean, I think.
Bring it down by a point. 2.5.
Money line. Give me Detroit money line.
Detroit money. Okay.
True. I mean, I'm sure the odds are not going to be great. I'm sure the odds are not going to be great.
What are we doing with that Washington game? Shit. 3.5 Washington, or keep it at 2.5, 3.5.
3.5. Right? Give me. I think Washington. Give me Washington 3.5.
3.5. What they're giving. Okay. Because right now I plugged in so far. I've plugged in. Okay. What do you think about that Chargers game? 4.5. The original line. 4.5. They beat them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat them. Sorry. Okay, so 4.5 here. Okay, so right now we're looking at Bills. Do we keep it at the 9.5, or do we move it down a little bit?
I mean, in regards to like the numbers wise, I mean, what does it look like giving them a touchdown?
So right now I plugged in Bills minus 6.5, Lions money line, Commanders minus 3.5, Chargers minus 4.5. That's plus 750.
Oh, I like that.
Plus 750.
I like that.
Throw a little 50 spot.
Yeah, what do you throw for 50? What do you get there?
25.
So okay, repeat that again for the peeps. We got Detroit money line.
We got Detroit. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna start with Saturday's game.
All right.
Chargers minus 4.5. Then we go to Bills minus 6.5. Commanders minus 6.5. Commanders minus 3.5. And then Monday Night Football, for all the glory, we need Detroit Lions money line. Plus 750. Also, guys, remember I'm here in Florida, so I'm using Hard Rock app, Hard Rock Bet. Maybe FanDuel or wherever you guys are at, maybe they give you better odds. But right now I'm currently getting 750. So if you throw a little 50 spot on that, returns 425.
Hey, I think that's it. I think we built our ticket, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not that bad, bro. That's not that bad.
I mean, I don't see too much of a problem here.
Any other games you like?
Nah, again, like you said, it's been one of those. It's been one of those, and I think keeping it at 4 is probably keeping it a little bit safer than getting greedy. Um, I,
That's
I, I
facts.
I think I like these. I think I like these games here.
All right. So again, to repeat, Bills -6.5, Lions money line, Commanders -3.5, Chargers -4.5. And guys, also remember, Chargers play at on Saturday tomorrow. Tomorrow. What time? I think they have the 1 p.m. game. So if you're gonna get your tickets in, make sure just remember that the Chargers play tomorrow. I believe at 1. I have that shit right. Hold on. Yeah, they play first game tomorrow at 1. So keep that in mind if you're gonna put your tickets in. Um, all right, guys, that's all the games. If you're tailing, good luck. Good luck to you. Good luck to us. Make sure you like, you subscribe. Definitely, like I said, follow all the socials. They're on top there. I'm most active on TikTok. Follow me on there. You'll get late night clips of me going on rants and tickets that didn't hit, maybe, or whatever, blah blah blah. I answer all the comments, all that good stuff. Hit us up, tap in. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you a winner. We're gonna get you a winner here.
We're gonna try to get you guys a win before the end of the year. But again, like Jose said, we appreciate you guys. Again, thanks for sticking along with us. Hope for more things to come. Um, from your boy Bear Down Rick to my boy Jay, the producer from the One Leg Loser podcast. We thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas and see you guys in 2025.
Let's get it.
And we're out.